God.
Welcome back to Recap It. Today we are going to recap a 2022 romantic drama movie titled The In-Between. Tessa doesn't believe she deserves her own love story until she meets Skylar, a true romantic. When a car accident kills Skylar, Tessa searches for answers and thinks that Skylar is trying to connect with her from the afterworld. Tessa tries to contact Skylar one last time so their love story can have the ending it deserves. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to this channel. Now without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? A physician girl is reintroduced to life. Her health is being explained to her by the doctor. She's perplexed. Let's travel back 182 days in time. Tessa is a lovely young lady with a passion for photography. She photographs everything and everywhere. She chooses to go see a movie one day because she enjoys watching romantic movies. She is unable to comprehend the film because it is in Spanish. The man decides to assist her and translates everything depicted in the film and whispers it into Tessa's ears. Tessa is upset because of the film's sad finish. Both leave the theater. The guy attempts to be a little cheesy, but it comes across as a little awkward, and they part ways. He returns the stare and informs Tessa his name is Skylar, as does she. She realizes she left her jacket inside the cinema theater after a minute, and she also finds Skylar's cap. We're back in the hospital with Tessa, who is dreaming of Skylar in her bed, who wants to show her something. She jolts awake from her slumber. She tells her foster parents and the doctor that she sees Skylar and believes he is still alive. Later, she wakes up in the middle of the night and begins to cry, remembering Skylar. She receives a text message from an unknown number and is taken aback when she sees a photo. She encounters a woman who specializes in post-death experiences after a few days, and she suggests Tessa read her book, which she declines. This time, we'll journey back 102 days. Tessa is curious about the man she photographed, who turns out to be Skylar. She returns home after explaining her photo to her students. It's apparent that her love of photography isn't typical. Tessa and a friend are invited to a sporting event, where Tessa photographs pictures and discovers that Skylar is also competing, and he manages to win the game. Later, when Tessa approaches Skylar to return his hat and say hello, Skylar acts as though he's discovered a long-lost treasure. Skylar's mother tells Tessa that he has been searching the internet for her for a long time. They resolve to meet together again there. They go out in Skylar's car, where she learns that Skylar's parents' relationship is strained, and he is concerned. She tells Skylar about a strange area where she goes to snap photographs on one of their dates. After strolling about for a while, they settle into a tub, where Tessa informs him that he has yet to kiss her. They begin to kiss slowly. We've returned to the current timeline, where Tessa is saddened by the photographs of Skylar. Her buddy comes to take her up, but when Tessa hears the same song she listened to with Skylar, she can't help but cry. Her foster father is furious when she throws away her pictures and equipment one night, and the two have a brief spat. Normally, she would just want to be left alone, but this time she begins to utilize her photography equipment and attempts to create new photographs, and she discovers that the old photographer is producing new photographs with Skylar's presence in them. She starts reading more books and watching more Doris videos. Let's go back 65 days in time. Skylar and Tessa are on a beach, and Skylar is distraught about his parents' divorce. They kiss at the end of the conversation. Skylar subsequently marvels at her entire collection of photographs at her home. She gets up really early the next day and is ready to go with Skylar. They enter a jungle and decide to take a boat. Skylar teaches Tessa how to sail, and they take a closer look. Skylar declares his love for her, to which she responds with silence. However, she subsequently begins to kiss him and the two begin to make love. In the present timeline, she is explaining paranormal phenomena to a buddy, but she ignores her. Tessa's pencil begins to move forcefully in the exam, and everyone's phone begins to ring, signaling Skylar's presence. Skylar and Tessa are in an art gallery 11 days before the accident, where they encounter Skylar's father. Skylar feels irritated and outraged because Skylar took one of her photos and sold it. They have a little dispute about it and discuss their future plans. They want to live together, but Skylar is moving to another state and wants Tessa to attend his school. Tessa, on the other hand, believes she will be unable to pay it. They text back and forth about how Tessa is missing Skylar. Tessa and her friend Shannon decide to perform Voodoo Table in the present timeline. However, it does not appear to work out, as she receives a call from her foster mother and returns to return her car. Upon arrival, She notices a GPS pointing to a specific area and interprets it as a sign from Skylar. She investigates and discovers that it is the same woman named Doris, where she tells her to go to the places where she can meet Skylar, and where she and Skylar are in love. She also mentions that there may be no way back from the barrier in the middle. 4 days prior to the incident, she attends a party with a buddy and eventually decides to tell Skylar those 3 magical words. Instead, she learns that Skylar has already chosen to go to another state, making her even more enraged with him. He explains that his father is ill and that he must visit him, which is why he is leaving. Back in the present tense, she went to many locations, one by one, until she found the one where they both kissed for the first time. There, she is able to unlock a barrier and see Skylar on the other side, but when he tries to break the barrier, he instead breaks the mirror, and police arrive shortly after since her foster parents have tracked her down. Tessa passes out during a fight and subsequently learns that if she does not receive treatment that night, she will not be alive the next morning. She phones her buddy, and the two of them attempt to meet Skylar at the last place, but Skylar begins to assist them by driving their car to the accident site. Tessa falls asleep again and sees herself as a ghost, as well as the occurrence where they meet again before Skylar leaves the city. She eventually tells him that she loves him, which makes her spirit form happy, and she also sees the ghost Skylar, whom she kisses and hugs. They are in a house, and she must now choose between her family and Skylar. She chooses her home and wakes up to the joyous greetings of her foster parents. Later, she's presenting a presentation to a panel of important judges from a major corporation, and she's enjoying Skylar's advice about pursuing her dreams. And this is where the movie comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time.